Alright, so for this video we're talking about percent of a number. So remember, when you have percent of a number, you're going to turn the percent to a decimal and then multiply it by the number you're working with. So let's check out what it says up here at the top. So you got this class that earned $482. That's key. I'm going to circle that. That's going to be important for us to remember when we solve these problems here. So they earned $482, and it says the graph shows what percentage of the money was earned for each activity. So use the graph to answer the questions. So you see here, it might be a little bit tough for y'all to see it in terms of this being too dark. It says paper drive is 19%, candy sale was 16%, cakewalk 11%, other is 5%, sub sandwich sale 27%, and wrapping paper sale 22%. Now just based on those numbers, we can answer question 1. It says which fundraiser earned the most money. Just come back up here and see which percentage you have that's the biggest. So you see submarine sandwich sale is going to be our first little blank here, so I'm going to write in sub sale, just abbreviate that. So it said sub sale there. So here's where we get into the math part of it. It says how much money did it make? So it's 27% of this 482. So turn this percent to a decimal. Remember, when you turn percents to a decimal, you take the decimal, go 2 spaces over to the left. So this is going to be, instead of using 27%, we'll use 27 hundredths, so 0.27, and then times this 482. So that's how we will get our percent of a number here. And when you multiply it out, you see you ended up making $130.14. So percent of a number. Percent with a decimal, multiply it by the total that we have, which is 482, and we got this portion of it. Next one says how much money was earned selling candy. So you come over here, you find candy is 16%. So that's going to be decimal 1/6, in other words 16 hundredths, times that 482. When you multiply those two together, you get $77.12. So that's my answer on that one here. That's an ugly 7. Here we go. 7. That's a 7. That's a 7. $77.12. Alright, so next up here it says how much was earned from the cakewalk. So you see the cakewalk is 11%. So that's going to be 11 hundredths times that 482. When you multiply that, you're left with $53.02. So the same moves for those first three. Now check out what number 4 says. Number 4 says, keywords here, how much more? So we're thinking about what operation that's going to be. It's going to be subtraction. Did the class earn from the candy sales and from the cakewalk? So you're going to take what we earned from the candy, which is $77.12, and then the cakewalk was $53.02, and we're subtracting those here. So we're going to have $77.12 minus the $53.02. And when you do that, you'll be left with an answer of $24.10. So we use our answers from 2 and 3. Remember, how much more meaning subtraction, so subtract those two to get that $24.10. I'm going to scoot this up a little bit here. And this says wrapping paper here. Wrapping paper was 22%. I'll put a little 22% over to the side here. 22%. And then the paper drive, let's see, that was 19%. So I'm going to put that down. So I want you to try, take a second, pause this video and try 5, 6, and 7. They're very similar to some of the other ones we've already done. So once you try 5, 6, and 7, I know I kind of screwed up a little bit. Maybe you couldn't see the graph, so I'll put in here the wrapping paper would be 22%, and the paper drive would be 19%. So take a second, pause this video, and see how you do on 5, 6, and 7. Alright, so let's come back in here and solve the wrapping paper problem. So you take that 22% and make it a decimal, so it'll be 22 hundredths, multiply it by that 482. And when you do that, you're left with $106.04. That's what you should have done for that problem. For 6, the paper drive we talked about being 19%, so it'd be 19 hundredths times 482 again. And so that portion ended up being $91.58. And then finally it says how much less, so similar to how much more. It's going to be a subtraction problem there. So we'll come back in and subtract that $106.04 minus the $91.58. And you should have ended up with $14.46. So hopefully you were good to go on those three problems there. So once again, just talking about percent of a number based on a pie graph for this different activity here. All right, see you.